Hi strangers, today we're going to talk about one of my most absolutely favourite witchy treasures, and that's the Hag Stone.
Strangers, welcome to STARRAVEN's Gothic Eternity!
Yes, a rock with a hole in it. Sounds simple, right? But oh my, these stones are dripping with folklore and steeping in magic and adored by witches for centuries. Behold, the Hag Stone, the Goth Donut, the mystical peephole that's been protecting people since long before Amazon Prime. So grab your broom, pour yourself a potion or at least some tea, and let's open this portal together. Now let's start with the boring bit, except I promise to make it witchy and goth, perhaps. The Hag Stones are created by, yes, I know the science ruins everything, but stay with me. Over the centuries, water tumbles and grinds the pebbles together, or tiny creatures bore holes into the soft stone. Eventually, a hole appears, perfectly round and perfectly magical. See, even nature does crafts. They're most often found in flint, limestone or sandstone, especially on the coast, riverbeds. Each one is unique and each one is rare, and when you find one, it feels like the earth herself let you have a gift. And that is where the magic begins. Hag Stones are international rock stars. Everyone wants to claim them. Everyone had a name. In Wales, they're called Glanir, snake stones. Legends say the snakes will gather in a knot, hissing and spluttering until their venom hardened into one of these stones. Gross, fabulous, I love it. In Scotland, they are called mainstairs, hung in stables, so witches wouldn't come riding your horse at night like demonic Uber drivers. In England, we call them witch stones or holy stones. I call it a hag stone, because that's where I've read it mostly. I have heard them as witch stones too, which is quite interesting, and also holy stones, but I've always known these as hag stones. And in Norse lands, they were linked to Odin himself. The hole represented sight beyond sight wisdom, vision and the ability to peer into the unseen. Very interesting. So no matter where you went, if you found one of these stones, people whispered it's powerful, it's magical, and guard it well. Here's where it gets juicy. HAG stones were thought to protect witches against curses, the evil eye, fairy theft, you name it. Picture this, you're a medieval farmer, your cows are acting weird, a witch is to blame, obvious it's always the witches. So what do? Obvious it's always the witches. So what do? You hang, obviously a HAG stone above your barn door and boom, no more witch trouble, all from this little stone. Parents hung these above cribs so fairies wouldn't steal their babies. Sailors tied them to their boats to keep storms away. And the villagers would pass HAG stones down through generations like precious family jewels. Except, it's a rock with a hole. But to them it just wasn't a stone, it was like survival. HAG stones were thought to protect against witches, curses, and the evil eye, fairy theft, you name it. It was amazing. So HAG stones in witchcraft and magic, and of course witches like me adore them. But they're also used for vision. Folklore says if you look through the hole you might see a fairy realm, spirits, shadows that witches hide in plain sight. I do believe it. Once I peeked through and saw my cat glaring at me, and that was enough of a haunting. In magic, HAG stones can be tied with red thread and hung over doors for protection, or worn as a necklace, placed under pillows to guard dreams, and yes, in scrying, like a tiny stone window to the unknown. Now let's talk portals. The hole in the hagstone is a threshold, and magic thresholds are always powerful. Doorways and crossroads at the edge of the land and sea, there are the places where the veil is thin, and hagstones, they're miniature thresholds that you can hold in your hand. When you glaze through one, you're peeking in between, and sometimes the in-between peeks back too. So how can we work with hagstones today? Now let me teach you how you can make hagstones part of your own practice. Step 1. Find one. Go to rivers, beaches and rocky places. Be patient. Hagstones are rare, and don't cheat by drilling a hole in one, because that's fake witchery. And the fairies will laugh at you, I'm sure. Step 2. Cleanse it. Wash it, smoke it with incense, or leave it under the full moon. Let it feel loved. Step 3. Use it. Hang it above your doorway for protection. Keep it under your pillow for dream safety. Wear it as a necklace close to your heart, or simply carry it in your pocket as your little goth good luck charm. And when you feel overwhelmed, hold it. And when you feel overwhelmed, look at it, hold it. Remember, it's not just a rock, and remember earth, water and the ancient magic. Shall we return to the snakes? Because hagstones have some of the weirdest legends. Venom and the venom hardening. Venom and venom hardening into a hagstone? People believed only the lucky or the chosen would ever find one. In Welsh tales, snakes would gather at midsummer, spit out their venom. The venom would harden into hagstones. People believed only the lucky or chosen would ever find one. And then there's the fairies. Peek through the stone and you might see their world. But beware, fairies are not all glitter and wings in folklore. They're still children. Trick mortals and demand respect. Always say thank you if you catch a glimpse. In Sussex, fishermen tied them to their nets for luck. And in Cornwall, there are fairy charms. And in Scotland, marestones guarded horses. In Ireland, they fought the evil eye. Each region had its own twist, its own story and its own sense of wonder, and that is what makes the hagstones timeless. No matter where you are, if you find one, you're holding a piece of story in your hand. Even today, witches, pagans and magical folk still treasure hagstones. I've heard people say their hagstones have found them, as if the stone was waiting. Others swear their dreams grew calmer, their homes safer, their intuition sharper. On social media, you'll see witches showing off their hagstone collections like proud parents. So what is a hagstone really? A rock with a hole, and yet just so much more. It is protection, it's its own history, it's its own magic carved by time itself, and a reminder that the original and extraordinary are never far apart. So next time you walk along the shore, keep your eyes open. Maybe the earth has left a little gift for you too. Thank you so much for watching my video today about hagstones. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to be weird, to be yourself and to be different, and I will see you later. Goodbye.
Eternity.